Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am very happy to be here today and speak about a non-profit organization. As an ex-audit partner of Deloitte Ernst Young, and actually I'm a teacher at the University of Non-Profit, I realized that the people is not very interested to the no-profit organization because it's no profit. Probably all the people in the room today is no-profit oriented. No, it's just a gag. Well, can I have, yes. I should take your attention about a list of points that Nigel prepared the basis of the discussion. One is the financial report for non-profit organizations might take in consideration many different aspects. One is the different destination of the report. If we say the financial report, but the destination is not financial people, normally the stakeholder of the social society is not listed to the stock exchange, do you know? So they need another category of information. It is not necessarily financial. The second point is the different weight of numbers, ethical value, and facts. Because in the no-profit organization, normally in Italy, we have no equity. We haven't the income. We have a statement, yes, but it's completely different. We want to know where arrive the funds, how you can spend these funds. We have different approach in the management. We have different modality of fundraising, and we need a different document to obtain the fundraising. With the financial report, it's very difficult to obtain money. If I prepare a special report, performance report, on the facts, probably the people can say, it's a good idea. I can put the money for the fundraising, do you know? We have different origin. Is it public or is it private? It's completely different. Also for the image, also for the reputation. Different weight of the non-profit sector in the national economy. In Italy at the moment we have an economic crisis. And in the welfare system, the welfare state is reducing the activity, and the welfare society, no-profit organization, foundation, association, can obtain more space in the welfare system. It's completely different because a private initiative instead of a public initiative. We have different law. You must consider that in Italy in the last 35 years, we try to change the law 2 or 3 times with the Parliament Commission. Oh, it's very difficult. We decided at the end to remain in the same situation because the normative is as absolutely different, is absolutely complicated to manage. We have also a different definition of the word, different name. No profit or not profit. We can use it with the same, it's completely different. We can have the dividend, but we can have also profit organization that obtained the richness is profit-oriented, but we have no dividends. Use the money they're obtaining of the results of the management for philanthropy approach, for example. If we consider the accounting system and the financial report on profit organization like other firms, we risk the bikini effect, the bikini swimsuit, you know? It shows the important aspects, but not the strategic aspects. I am very sorry for the woman, is a too masculinistic approach, I realized. But I think the effect is good. We are all accountants, we are all auditors. Okay, it's very important to speak about the structure, the scheme of the financial statement for financial report, but the weight is completely different. This is the weight. The weight of the financial numbers is is not so strong. It's very strong the ethical value, the fact realized, the performance, how an organization obtained the results, what kind of results. If you use the same meter for different approach, probably we can do a mistake, is my personal opinion, as ex-auditor, of course. In the balance sheet financial statement of non-profit organization, the figures is not sufficient information. I give you just an example. We are inside this structure, is a Fondazione Accademia Nazionale di Santa Cecilia, one of the best practices in the music in the world. Do you know? This is the financial statement. It's not financial statement. It's a fantastic book, many beautiful pictures. Papano, no, it's fantastic. But just the 10%, 25 pages, for financial information, like a normal enterprises. They use the same scheme of the private organization. But the weight is not in the 25 pages, is in the other part. There is how many performance in the year? 49, yes, no. 495, 96 in the year. I don't know what happened today because we blocked it completely. We stopped the activity of the foundation. You must consider that this is a foundation, for us, no-profit organization, public foundation, and born in the 1487. 5 years before the American discovery, do you know? It's very important for the story. So the mission is important. If I read the financial statement, I can't understand how many notes in the air, how many concerts. Who is Papano? Do you know Papano? Yes? No? He's an accountant. He worked with Arthur Andersen. Then I changed it because you know what the situation of Arthur Andersen in the world, and decided to become a musicist. It's no good idea, okay. It's very important, the accountability on the management. You must consider, I know the situation in Italy. We have, in the no-profit organization, no-profit sector, saints and pirate. If we read just the financial data, we can't understand who is the pirate, who is the saint. If we read the other part of the report, performance report, mission report, as you prefer, we can understand what happened. We have a problem for the legal scheme, changes from country to country, as Nigel said. Different organization, and if it is a music academic, it's completely different if I work on behalf of the contrast of the cancers. The name, charitable sector, philanthropic sector, voluntary sector, ONG, social economy, you have many different words for the same, but it's not the same, it's different, of course. What is the situation in Italy? At the moment, we have 300,000 entities, very different one from the other. 1 million of people is working in this sector. Is a part of PMG, of course. In the 1988, the academic world proposed bilancio di missione. Is the report on the mission, the fact realized. It is like a performance report, a mission report. In addition, not in alternative, to the traditional report of figures, the financial report that we know. Oh, incidentally, I propose, an academic member, this approach. And a few years later, a state law was introduced, making the bilancio di missione for the banking foundation. I was an advisor of the president in Italy, and he agreed with the academic world to put for banking foundation, just for banking foundation, in addition to the financial statement, because we need to understand what happened in the market. Yesterday, during the briefing that we had before, just to coordinate this section of the Congress, spoken with my colleague from Japan, he said to me, well, banking foundation is a no-profit organization? Yes. Just give, I want to give you an information. In the privatization process that we followed the last year, 10 years ago, in the banking sector in Italy was completely public. We changed, and we put the equity of the banks in the hand of foundation, like an holding. The holding, this foundation, obtained the dividends and put in the social market the richness as philanthropy, activity, music, and other one. But it's public. It's absolutely public. Of course, it's profit-oriented because they needed the dividends. It's completely different, probably, from the other foundation that we have in the other part of the world. Today, the bilancio di emissione used by many non-profit organizations. This is an example. Is a bilancio di emissione, bilancio di esercizio. We need a different culture. I say that I am an ex-auditor, but I think that we must change the point of view of the situation. We need an organization approach because we have different organization model. And if we want to have a report, we must take into consideration the different model that we have. The second is the sociology. Is another culture. We need, what is the needs of the civil society in this moment of economic crisis that we have in Europe? Ethical value, which the organization is to conduct their work, is important. If I have two different communities for, I don't know in English, toxicodipendenti, young people that use drug, you know? And I want to reconvert. I have two different approaches. In Italy, at the moment, we have two different approaches. One is, go to work, please, and forget the drug, forget the heroin. The other one is, go to the church and pray, please, and forget the heroin. It's completely different, the value. It's good. One is good, also the other one. But it's very interesting to know what is the value that we adapted in the management. Tax. When I say that in the art sector we are a pirate thanks, is under the tax aspects. We have many, many organizations that use the regulation that we have in the tax environment, but it's not no-profit organization. It's a profit organization with a completely different dress. And at the end, I think we need also the accounting, of course. But probably, if we wait that the social people, the sociological academic, or the welfare academic, I don't know, suggest something to complete the information that we need for this sector in the world, we must wait many, many times. We can start with the accounting approach. I think that is the last step, not the first. Before we must clarify all the other aspects. Thank you very much for your attention.